Welcome to NDC 2021. This event will be Neon's biggest event ever. So, we have a couple things to talk about. A lot of things to talk about. First is Windows CE. Next is Neon Book. Third is a little mystery. Fourth, GameOS. And fifth, another big mystery. So first, let's talk about Windows CE. Our latest version, CE19, is very amazing, and Windows CE as a whole is the biggest Neon success yet. And today, we're introducing the next generation of Windows CE. Here it is. This is Windows CE 20, and let's talk about the design, the user interface first. It is completely redesigned Windows CE. With the Metro UI in CE 12 that we first introduced, it was a completely flat user interface. We introduced version 2.0 with CE 13 in 2019. The translucent UI in CE 14. The translucent UI 2.0 with CE 15. Metronic transparent UI in CE 16. Then we moved back to Metro UI in CE 17. Metro UI 4.0 in CE 18. And 4.1 with CE 19. With CE 20, we're introducing Classic UI. It basically brings back the old aesthetic from Windows CE while still containing some of the modern aesthetics. So here's CE 19. Here is CE 20. We even changed the logo back from the lines, the stacked, as we like to call it, back to the classic logo, as we like to call it. Now let's talk about the blue screen of death. It's crazy to believe this was the blue screen of death back with Windows 1.0. Very scrambled. It's a very big mess. Over the years, we tried to make the BSOD more expressive so the user doesn't feel like they broke their computer. We did that with the smiley face or the frowny face with CE10, Windows CE10, or CE11, or CE12 was when we introduced the frowny face. And we also changed it to the death face with CE15. With CE20, we're moving away from the death face back to the frowny face. But that's not all. Yes, this is the new screen of death. And the screen of death is basically the blue screen of death taken to the next level. Obviously, there's blue. What a surprise. So there's blue, obviously, like always, since day one. But we also used to have a green. The green is for the betas, the insider previews. Now the green is going to be available for everybody. But that's not all. We used to have a red with, ironically, Windows CE Blue, but now it's going to be available for the public. But that's not all. We're now going to add a new purple. We're adding a new yellow. We're adding a new orange. We're adding a new white if you don't like colors. Or if you want to stay minimal, black. And these colors match perfectly with things like the new 2021 iMac. Windows CE 20 will be available in mid-2022. And the beta in early 2022. Now let's talk about Neon Book. Neon Book we introduced back at Neon World 2021, back in January. But today we have a little bit of updates for the Neon Book. First, the processor. We previously only had the Neon D25Z and D27Z. We're now adding a new D25X and D27X for more option, and so the thing will be cheaper. We also used to have a cluttered mess of storage options: 256, 512, 768, 1TB, 1.5TB, 2TB, and 3TB storage capacities. We're moving that down to just 5. 128, 256, 512, 1TB, and 2TB storage options. We also used to have just 12 and 16 gigs of RAM. We're adding a new 8 gig RAM option, and previously there was just a 12.1-inch mini LED display. That's going to be an upgrade option now, with now a new 12.1-inch LCD option. And the price is now moved down from $799 to $649 now, much cheaper than before. Now let's talk about TV, literally TV. Back in 2006, Apple introduced the first gen Apple TV, and it wasn't really a streaming player at this point. It was more of just like something that you can sync or wirelessly sync from your computer some movies to your Apple TV so you can view them on your big screen. But then, in 2008, Roku introduced really the first streaming player, which was the Roku DXT1000 or something. It was a very complicated name back then. In 2013, Google introduced probably the most popular attempt at a streaming player, the Chromecast, a $35 streaming stick that you can easily just plug into your TV and instantly cast anything from your phone directly to your TV. 2014 was when Amazon took another approach at it, or a new approach at it, with the Amazon Fire TV. And what if we built our own TV streaming player? Well, that's what we've done. Here it is. This is the Neon TV streaming player. And in terms of the size of this thing, this is the smallest streaming player yet. Here's a desktop CPU. A normal desktop CPU is around 39 by 39 millimeters. Here is the Neon TV. It is even smaller than a desktop CPU, which is incredible. And what this small power doesn't mean small performance. It is powered by the Snapdragon 730G processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, and with all that power, it can support 4K HDR at 60 Hz or 1080p at 120 Hz. And with 1080p at 120 Hz, it supports HDMI 2.1 along with a USB-C port on it for power. And it's just $39, which is incredibly affordable. And the remote, this is the Neon remote. And all the buttons you see right here are touch controls, which is really good. And this is the UI, the user experience, the everything, the user interface of what the Neon TV operating system is going to be. it's Windows CE TV. So that was Neon TV. Now, Game OS. Game OS we previewed back in February, and we'd like to give you a release roadmap of Game OS. So, the beta is going to be available in mid-2023, with a final release, public release, in early 2024. And the main reason why it's so pushed back is because, first off, the time will change, maybe. But secondly, Game OS is planned to be a Linux distro. Basically, the Linux distro will be based off of Ubuntu 2004 LTS, or 2204 when that comes out, and Game OS will run all the Linux games along with Windows applications as well, along with some of the pre-built games in Game OS as well. And Game OS is planned for development in mid or late 2022. And it will be available for AMD 64, x86, and ARM CPUs, 32-bit, 64-bit, whatever. But we're not stopping there. We've had a jam-packed event, but we're not stopping yet, because we have another thing left. This is a product that has been worked on for 1.5 years at Neon. It is by far the most worked on product at Neon yet. It was pushed back many times, it was almost canceled many times, and it was changed up a bunch of times, but it's finally here. The main reason why we started this revolutionary product cycle is because of this product. This is the final product in the revolutionary product cycle. First, October 24th, 2020, Neon Techs. Second, which was February 6th, 2021, Game OS. Third, which was May 15th, 2021, only a couple weeks ago, Neon Fold. Today, we are introducing not only the final revolutionary product in the cycle that we've planned back in October, but the next chapter for Neon. This is Neon Card, and it is in incredible. Neon Card has been by far the most worked on Neon product ever. It is absolutely beautiful from every angle, and we have a bunch of different color options and a bunch of different materials, and all of this is the exact same dimensions of a regular credit card. So what makes it different from a regular credit card? First, it obviously has a display. And not just any display, it has a 3.5-inch OLED LTPO display. The reason why we picked LTPO is because it is an always-on display. So it's always a credit card. And it has a bunch of different processors with the Neon Y1 SIP packing everything in it. With a Neon K1 security chip, a Neon ultra wideband chip, the Apple U1 chip, and Apple's W1 chip. Not only that, but it has NFC and MST as well, and it has an 8-megapixel camera on the back so that you could scan credit cards, and I would like to give you a demo of that right now. So here we are. This is my Neon card, and what I'm going to do is first off, you can change your card face, which is really cool. But if you swipe down or swipe up, you can easily go ahead and get access to all of your cards. And if you tap on the plus button on the top right, you get to scan your card little pop-up. So in this case, we have a $500 Neon gift card. And when we scan it, there we go, new card added. And then you can easily continue it, and it'll be added right to your Neon card, which is really cool. So that was the demo for you. Neon card really combines 3 things for you: your credit card, wallet, and your phone. And it combines it into one so that you can basically replace your entire wallet. So all you really need is just your phone and your credit card, and that's it. That's all you need. But what about the chip that every credit card has? Well, the chip is built in underneath the display. We did some really neat engineering to do that. Neon Card will come with 3 different versions. Neon Card Sport, which is made out of aluminum and glass. Neon Card, which is made out of titanium, stainless steel, or ceramic, and sapphire or ceramic titanium glass on the front. And Neon Card Edition, which is made out of diamond on the front and 18 karat gold or 18 karat rose gold on the back. The price would be $199, $299. Nope, is just $79. And we'll give more details of the Neon card in September. That was it. Stay tuned for NSC July 24th, 2021.